So let's look at systems of equations. So a system of equations is where you have more than one equation with more than one variable. So when we only have two equations, two variables, the solutions to those are going to be the ordered pair that makes both equations true. So in this video, we are going to be solving by substitution. So that's where we replace a variable with an equivalent expression. So before, substitution was replace a variable with a number or a value. So in this case here, it's going to be an equivalent expression. So let's solve this system of equations by substitution, and that's where we're going to replace a variable with an equivalent expression. We're going to replace a variable with what it's equal to. So here we go. Looking at the red equation, what does y equal? It equals 2x plus 3. It says so right here. So again, in your brain, what does y equal? Well, it's 2x plus 3. So we're going to take the other equation, the blue one, and we're going to replace the y with what it's equal to. What was y equal to? 2x plus 3. So there is our substitution step. And now we have a one variable equation we're just going to solve. So with this one, we do want to start by adding like terms. So we have the 4x's plus the 2x's makes 6x's. We still have the plus 3, the equals, and the 15. Now it's just a two-step equation. We want to undo the plus 3 with a minus 3 to both sides. So 6x plus 3 minus 3 just makes 6x. Equals 15 minus 3 is going to be a 12. Now we need to undo the times by 6 with a divide by 6. 6x divided by 6 is just 1x. 12 divided by 6 makes 2. So we found for the x variable, the value is going to be a 2. Now that we have the x value, we want to find the y value. So we can use either equation here. We're trying to find y, so let's use the equation that says y equals. And then we're going to replace the value for the x with what it's equal to. In this case, it's a 2. And now we just do order of operations. So 2 times 2, 4, plus 3 makes 7. And now we found the ordered pair that makes both equations true. It's 2 for the x, 7 for the y. So for solving this system of equations by substitution, what does y equal? Y equals 2x plus 3. So we're going to replace the y with 2x plus 3 because that's what y equals. So here we go. So we're going to take the bottom equation or the blue equation and we're going to replace y with what it equals. It equals 2x plus 3. Says so right there. Now we solve. So let's start by cleaning up this left-hand side. In other words, we're going to simplify. In this case here, that is going to be distributing first. So we have our 8x, and then we have 2 times 2x makes 4x, and then 2 times 3 is a plus 6. We still have the equals and the 30. Next up for cleaning up or simplifying is going to be add like terms. We have 8x plus 4x. That's going to make 12x's. We got the plus 6, the equals, and the 30. Now we're down to a two-step equation. These are pretty simple here. We're going to undo this plus 6 with a minus 6 to both sides. So we have 12x's plus 0 just makes 12x's equals 30 minus 6 makes 24. Now we need to undo this multiplied by 12 with a divide by 12 to both sides. So 12 divided by 12 is just 1. X goes there, and then 24 divided by 12 is going to make 2. So our value for the x is going to be a 2. Now we need to find the y. So we can use either equation. Normally we want to use the ones that say y equals if we're looking for a y. If we're looking for an x, we'll find the equation that says x equals. So here we go. And we got y equals 2x plus 3. We're going to replace the x with a 2. Now order of operations. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 makes 7. So the ordered pair that makes both of these equations true is 2 comma 7. 2 for the x, 7 for the y. All right, solving this system of equations by substitution. What does y equal? Y equals negative 5x plus 22. So when we do our substitution step, we're going to replace y with what it equals, which is negative 5x plus 22. Now we need to solve. In this one here, we are going to be cleaning up this left-hand side first. We're going to simplify. We do have distributing. So let's start here. We got negative 4x goes there. And now for distributing, 2 times negative 5x would be a minus 10x. 2 times 22 is going to make 44. We still have the equals and the negative 12 there. We're still cleaning up. We're still simplifying. Next up, we're going to add like terms. We got the x terms here. Negative 4x minus 10x is going to be negative 14x. We still got the plus 44 equals and negative 12. Now we're down to a two-step equation. Should go fairly fast here. X is being added by 44. So let's undo the addition with a subtract 44 to both sides. So we have a negative 14x plus 0 is just negative 14x equals negative 12 minus 44 is going to make a negative 56. We still need to undo this x being multiplied by negative 14 with a divide by negative 14 to both sides. So negative 14x divided by negative 14 is just 1. X goes there. Negative 56 divided by negative 14. Well, negative divided by negative is positive. And then 56 divided by 14 makes 4. So our x value is going to be a 4. Next up, we need to find that y value. So for finding that y value, we can use either equation. We're going to replace it with a 4, the x there or there. This one's going to be easier to use. We're looking for y, and it already says y equals. Now we just replace the x for negative 5x plus 22 with a 4. Now we do order of operations. Negative 5 times 4 is going to be negative 20. Plus 22, and you can do mental arithmetic here as well. And then negative 20 plus 22 is 2. So there's our ordered pair that makes both equations 2. 4 for the x and 2 for the y. So remember, when we're solving these by substitution, figure out what one of the variables equals, the expression that it equals. In this case here, y equals 3x minus 2. So we're going to replace the y in the other equation right here with what y equals, 3x minus 2. And then solve.